أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين صدق الله العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, today we'll be looking at some ayah from Surah Yasin. And the Surah Yasin is once again one of the special surahs of the Quran. In fact, we have a hadith in which the Prophet ﷺ called this surah the heart of the Quran. Right? And there are many reasons as to why is that. And one of the biggest reasons is that because the themes that basically are carried forward in this surah uh, sort of grab the essence of the entire Quran, encompass all the teachings of the Quran. So the surah basically talks about Tawheed. It talks about following the messengers. It talks about heaven and hell in great detail with a lot of balagha as well. And so this is why this surah is basically called the heart of the Quran, right? And there are many fazail attached. We'll get that. We can get to that towards the end. But I just want to start off this session. We'll basically be looking at this surah from ayah number 13, right? Because obviously it's a long surah, we have limited time. So I just thought we'll look at a gist of it and see that the lessons that we can get from that, right? So the ayah is there for you to see on the screen. And so we can start. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون. Just before we begin the surah, I just want to say that the Quran is talking to many audiences, right? And there are three basic audiences the Quran is talking to, and that is the Prophet ﷺ himself. So the Quran, whatever is coming down, it's for the Prophet ﷺ. Then it's a message for the disbelievers as well. And then there's a message for the believers, right? So three different audiences. And sometimes when you're looking at an ayah or you're looking at some part of the Quran, you can maybe think in all three perspectives. So what does that mean for the Prophet ﷺ? What does that mean for the disbelievers? And what does that mean for the believers, right? And so this ayah starts off by recounting a situation from history. And Quran mein bahut sari historical stories mentioned हुई हैं, stories of the prophets, story of जो है ना different people, right? Awliya as well, like for example the people of the Kahf, Ashab Kahf and all of that. And the point is that we get lessons from that. And those lessons are for, obviously, as I said, the three audiences: the Prophet, the disbelievers, and the believers, right? And so when these historical accounts are narrated, so there's something for us in them. It's not just कि बस वैसे ही बताया जा रहा है. And it's interesting कि जब भी आप देखेंगे, पहले भी हमने जब ये when we talked about Surah Kahf, people of the cave as well, I mentioned this कि कुरान में stories बयान हो रही हैं, मगर अल्लाह ताला is giving very limited information. For example, this starts off with वज़रिब लहुम, that present to them. ज़रब का मतलब बयान करना भी होता है, that आप बयान करें इनके लिए, किन के लिए? All the people, the believers and the disbelievers. مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون, an example of the people of the city, al-Qarya, right? So al-Qarya, it's not just Qarya. The alif lam at the start is basically telling you it's significant. It's a very specific town. Qarya means small town, village या city भी translate हुआ है. إذ جاءها المرسلون, when the messengers came to it, right? And it's really interesting. It says إذ جاءها, and ये जो ha है ha, ये this is a pronoun and it's translated as it. So basically the messengers came to the town, and that's interesting because who do actually the messengers come to? The messengers come to the people of the town, but Allah Ta'ala chooses to say in the Quran that they came to it, they came to the town. And uske piche ye hikmat hai कि because if the messengers, if people come to them, if the messengers come to the people, तो जो लोग होते हैं तो they will pass away, right? They are not there, जो है ना, they're not going to be around for all of time, right? But जब भी messengers आते हैं, अपनी कोई message लेके आते हैं, तो उनकी जो message होती है, उनकी जो the thing that they want to tell them is actually timeless, and it's actually for the generations to come. It's not just for the specific people of that time, but it's for their zuriyat, for their children and their children and their children. And so Allah Ta'ala says that they came to the town, right? And it also points to the fact that जब messengers आते हैं, Allah के रसूल आते हैं, so they are not there to bring any azab. They are not there to destroy. The ayat हमें ये बता रही है, because they're coming to the town, they want this town to sustain. They want this message to be carried on. And इस तरह कभी कभार जो है, मतलब it's as if the nations at that point in time, वो इतनी फसाद में आगे बढ़ गए थे कि they were on the brink of being destroyed. And so the prophets alayhi salam were actually sent as their last hope. So as their last. Yeah, mursalun means comes from the word rasul, somebody who is sent, somebody rasalam कहते हैं किसी को कोई message पहुंचाना, उसी से ये word आ रहा है mursalun. So a lot of people have also their mufassirin differ कि वो अंबिया थे कि नहीं थे, कि अंबिया ने उनको भेजा था. But majority of the mufassirin have gone with the fact that they were actually वो messengers ही थे, मतलब अल्लाह के पैगंबर ही थे, right? And the word mursalun is very prominent because you're using, this is also for the Prophet ﷺ, a sort of consolation for him, this entire lesson as well, because he's facing some serious issues in getting the message across to the kuffar who are being extremely, they're being extremely violent, they're being extremely aggressive. तो हमारे नबी जा रहा है कि आपके जैसे और भी बहुत लोग थे पहले आए हैं ये मैसेज लेके, उनके साथ भी काफी they also faced a lot of issues, right? And then the ayah moves on and says, إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون. And when we sent to them two, right? أرسلنا, हमने भेजा إليهم اثنين, اثنين means two, فكذبوهما, and उन दोनों को झुटला दिया गया, they were denied. فعززنا بثالث, so we strengthened them. Azaz जो है, loves it, जो word aziz है वो भी इसी से आता है. It means to honor someone, to dignify someone. And यहाँ strengthen करने के माने में आ रहा है कि भाई वो दो को झुटला दिया गया था, तो we sent a third to fortify them, to strengthen them. But it's because it's out of the Allah always honors his messengers, and he gives them a certain dignity, and he views them in a certain dignity as well. तो इसलिए अज़्ज़ज़ना का लफ्ज़ इस्तेमाल हुआ है. बिथालिथन फ़क़ालू इन्ना इलैकुम मुरसलून, and फ़क़ालू, and basically they said that, and all these three basically combined, and they said that we are the messengers who've been sent to you. Now it's really interesting कि why three messengers, right? Why three messengers? There were two. एक शायद पहले दो साथ गए थे, या हो सकता है पहले एक गया, फिर दो गया, फिर तीसरा आया. But the point is that there were two there before, and they're being denied. And what's the point of the third? So there are two, three things to understand about that. एक तो आप ये देखें कि यहाँ तीन messengers हैं, right? There's no talk of hierarchy. There's no talk कि अच्छा जो पहले आया था वो सबसे अच्छा था, फिर दूसरा उससे, या उलट कि जो पहला गया वो थोड़ा कमजोर था, तो we sent another who was much better, then we sent a third who was much better. No, there's no concept of that. And कभी कभार हम जो है, especially if you see that you have people in scholarly circles, right? So it's all about us, right? कि हम सही हैं, दूसरा गलत, all of that. तो यहाँ अल्लाह ताला बताना चाह रहे हैं कि हमने तीन पैगंबर भेजे, right? And पैगंबर जो है उनका एक मकाम है, and we sent three of them. And so there's this idea of reinforcement, there's an idea of cooperation, that even though there were three different big personalities, they were all working together to spread Islam. And there was no firefighting, and there was no lantan, and there's not like a match, sahi hu tum galat ho ye wo, nahi. Three big personalities, same time period, same town. It's not even like one country, not even one continent. It's one small town, right? And there are three messengers, right? So we need to learn that even जब हम दावा कर रहे होते हैं, and we're trying to basically promote our deen and do the work of dawah of our deen, so we need to learn how to accept help, and we need to learn कि भाई हर चीज हम खुद नहीं कर सकते. We need more support, and we need to cooperate with other people to accomplish our mission, right? And then what could the third do? सवाल ये पैदा होता है ना कि अगर दो को झुठला दिया था तो फिर तीसरे ने आके क्या कर लेना था? तो once again the point is that अल्लाह ताला कहते हैं कि दीन में you need support. All the messengers were there supporting each other, and so that was the point. The point is not कि वो उस थर्ड वाले को भी मानेंगे कि नहीं जाएंगे, but अल्लाह ताला की तरफ से वो एक मदद थी पहले दो के लिए कि ठीक है, we're sending one more पैगंबर for you so that then you are three, right? And in history we will see that many messengers have other messengers for support, right? You have Harun alayhi salam supporting Musa alayhi salam, right? You have in one point, for example, you have Yaqub alayhi salam, Yusuf alayhi salam, then Binyamin as well. A lot of people coming together, right? And you have Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, there Shoaib alayhi salam is there as well, and then Dawood alayhi salam, Sulaiman alayhi salam. So you always have prophets who were there supporting each other in history, and बहुत सारी stories में आपको ये बात मिलती भी है. And this shows you the task that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is tasked with, right? That imagine that he is alone and he is the last messenger, right? There's no one coming after him, and all of this is on his own. But Allah Taala ने उनको किसी और जरिए से support दी, right? And अगर आप इसकी इसी सूरत की कुछ शुरू की आयतों में चले जाओ तो अल्लाह ताला says तंजीलुल अजीज़िर रहीम, right? तंजीलुल अजीज़िर रहीम, and that basically हमने नाजिल किया आप पे, and it's talking about the Quran Majid, right? It's talking about the Quran that हमने आप पे कुरान नाजिल किया. And it's really interesting कि अल्लाह ताला वहां भी अजीज का लफ्ज इस्तेमाल करते हैं, which comes from the same root of azaz, and यहाँ भी अल्लाह ताला ने फअज़्ज़ज़ना में अज़ज़ को इस्तेमाल किया strengthen करने के लिए. अल्लाह ताला एक तरह से बताना चाह रहे हैं कि आपके बाद कोई और नबी तो नहीं आएगा, but we have strengthened you with the Quran. We have given you Quran as support, and obviously then the support of the Sahaba Karam radhiyallahu anhum as well, right? And one more thing, the fact that there were three of them, तीन थे, but still they were not being listened to. तब भी इन तीनों को झुठलाया जा रहा था. So it shows you that sometimes कुछ लोग इतने rigid हो जाते हैं अपने disbelief में कि अगर उन पे हर तरफ से भी जो है ना ईमान के जो है ना the ayah of Allah Taala, the word of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, the mercy of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, अगर हर तरफ से भी उनको encompass कर ले तो वो इतने rigid हो जाते हैं अपनी disbelief में कि they are not willing to listen. So the Prophet ﷺ is being consolation as well कि बहुत सारे जो है वो कुफार हैं, वो आपकी बात नहीं मान रहे, and there is a high chance that वो आपकी बात कभी नहीं मानेंगे because some tasks are impossible, right? Your task is to sort of give the message, but इतने भी कुछ लोग rigid होंगे और इतने डटे हुए होंगे अपने कुफर पे कि they will not be willing to listen to you, right? And they still won't obey. And so the ayah goes on, قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون. And what is the response that they are giving? And what is one way that जो है वो अपना जो है वो इस ईमान से भाग रहे हैं, वो इस इस्लाम से भाग रहे हैं? So they're making excuses. वो excuses बना रहे हैं because उनको नहीं मानना. They don't want to believe. So what are they saying? That ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا, that you are not but human beings like us. وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون. And जो रहमान है, he has not revealed anything to you. उसने आप लोग कुछ नहीं दिया. इन अंतुम इल्ला तकदिबून, and you are only telling lies. तुम लोग सब के सब जो है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ झूठ बोल रहे हो. अच्छा, ये जो and the word bashar, it actually comes from the word bishar, which means skin, right? And so they basically saying कि तुम तो बिल्कुल हमारे जैसे इंसान हो, वही तुम्हारी जो है ना वही स्किन है तुम्हारी, वही शक्लें, वही हाथ पांव, that you're just the same, right? And जो तीनों के तीनों जो हो वो तीनों के तीनों झूठे हो, उनको ridicule किया जा रहा है. And it's interesting why they're saying that, right? Why are they calling them human, right? And basically their logic is कि भाई अगर जो message है वो आसमानों से आ रहा है, it's a supernatural message, it's coming from the heavens, so then the deliverers, the messengers, they need to be supernatural as well, right? And why are they not supernatural? Why are they just humans like us? Why can't they be angels or jinn or some Superman type character जो भाई जिसके पास कोई special powers हो? तो वो तो कोई supernatural होनी चाहिए, right? And it's interesting because so many religions have done that with their prophets, right? That if you look at the Christians, उन्होंने क्या किया कि हजरत ईसा अलैहि सलाम को खुदा ही बना दिया, because उनको हो रहा था कि नहीं, अगर ये एक प्रॉफिट है अल्लाह ताला का, and उसके ऊपर से जो है अल्लाह ताला की स्पेशल जो है वही आई है, बाइबल आई है, so then the deliverer, the messenger needs to be supernatural as well. And there are many other religions. If you look at Hinduism, तो उन्होंने अपने जो है prophets को खुदा के दर्जे में पहुंचा के कुछ और ही बना दिया, right? Something जो जिसका दिमाग जो फायदा भी नहीं कर सकता है, because उनका लॉजिक ये है कि if the message is amazing and brilliant and supernatural, then the messenger should be supernatural as well. And it's interesting कि कुरान इसको किस तरह रिस्पॉन्ड करता है. कुरान कहता है कि if Allah sent an angel or a jinn, अगर अल्लाह ताला ने किसी फरिश्ते या जिन को भेजा होता और अल्लाह ताला के लिए मुश्किल नहीं था, तो देन फिर हमारा क्या रिस्पॉन्स होता कि हम कहते हैं अच्छा ये अगर एंजल आके हमें ये बात कह, so then it's not relevant to us. ये तो एंजल कर सकता है, हम तो नहीं कर सकते, right? If the angel is saying कि भाई 5 वक्त नमाज पढ़ो and ज़कात भी निकालनी है and लोगों की खिदमत भी करनी है and जिहाद भी करनी है and all of that, तो we can't do any of this. ये तो एंजल है, ये कह रहा है, ये तो supernatural है. तो अल्लाह ताला क्या कह रहे हैं? Basically Allah Ta'ala is trying to say that you would have made excuses anyway, but Allah Ta'ala sent Allah Ta'ala sent a human being, someone who feels pain, someone who feels emotion, someone who feels tired, someone who needs sleep, someone who will get married, someone who will have a family. He will be just like you. मगर तब भी वो अल्लाह का प्रॉफिट होगा, तब भी वो अल्लाह ताला के सारे अहकामात को पूरा कर रहा होगा. एंड सो इफ ही कैन डू इट, यू कैन डू इट एज वेल. इफ अल्लाह ताला, मतलब आप ये सोचें कि यू नो व्हाट, मतलब कभी कभार, एंड टू बी रियली ऑनेस्ट, हम इवन दो हम ये बात मानते हैं कि जो हमारे जो जितने भी अंबिया हैं, दे आर मेयरली ह्यूमन बीइंग्स विद अ हायर मकाम, बट दे आर ह्यूमन बीइंग्स. बट हम कभी कभार उनको भी एक ऐसे मकाम पे पहुंचा देते हैं, एंड हम जिस तरह हम कहेंगे अच्छा यार वो तो नबी पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम थे ना, उन्होंने ऐसा किया था, हम थोड़ी ऐसा कर सकते हैं, वो तो उनके इतने आला अखलाक थे, वो तो इतनी इबादत कर लेते थे, एंड हम तो उसके जैसा नहीं बन सकते. we can't do that. That's the sunnah of the prophet, right? That was the prophet who was doing that and he was so special. हम तो ये काम नहीं कर सकते, हम तो ये चीजों को नहीं पूरा कर सकते. एंड सोचने वाली बात है कि if Allah Ta'ala chose a human being, he chose a human being so that we could follow him, because that human being was meant to be followed, not so that हम कहें कि नहीं we can't follow him, right? So the whole point of sending a human being as a prophet was कि हम उनकी सुन्नत का इत्तबा कर सके, उनके तरीकों को अपना सके, right? And so हम क्या करते हैं कि हम कभी कभार इतना उस प्रॉफिट को बियॉन्ड ह्यूमन कर देते हैं कि then it becomes, we are basically unable to follow that person, right? हालांकि there's a need that we need to look at the human aspect of the lives of the prophet, and we have to look at the human aspect of the life of the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so that it can become more relatable to us, कि उस पे अमल करना और आसान हो. And that is when you truly appreciate and love the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he was actually, his life was a miracle. Without all the mu'jizat, even his life was a miracle. कि जिस तरह उनका सिर्फ एक मिजाज था, उनके तरीके थे, उनका बात करने का तरीका, the way he dealt with his family, the way he dealt with his enemies, the way he dealt with his friends, the way he used to teach, all of that is a miracle in itself. उस पे हमें कोई fairy tale stories लगाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. That in itself is a miracle, right? So the prophets are there, they're just human beings, but there's a slight difference, and the difference is कि A, they are on what? They are on Ihdina Siratal Mustaqim, they are on a straight path, right? They're on the straight path. And also they're not speaking on their behalf, they are speaking through a higher power. उनको वही आ रही है. That's the difference that is there, right? Even if you look at Surah Kahf, तो अल्लाह ताला फरमाते हैं कि Prophet को कि आप कह दीजिए कि इन्नमा अना बशरुम मिस्लुकुम यूहा इलै, right? यूहा इलै, कि I'm just a human being, मैं बशर हूं तुम लोग की तरह, but मेरे पे वही आती है. So that's the difference. That's where you can make the difference and nowhere else, right? And so basically that's the thing that people don't acknowledge, कि ये लोग असल में सीधे रास्ते पे हमें सीधा रास्ता सिखा रहे हैं और इन पे अल्लाह ताला की वही आ रही है, and they're choosing to disbelieve. And it's interesting कि ये लोग जो है उनका जो है मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं, and they're saying वमा अंज़ला रहमान, and they're saying the word Rahman. And why are they saying Rahman then? So it's basically in a way of sarcasm, right? They're being sarcastic they're sort of joking, they're making fun, right? And they're saying wo Rahman ne to tum pe kuch nazil nahi kiya. So it's their way of being sort of condescending, right? And it's really interesting. This shows you this ayah shows you some aspects of human nature as well. कि जो इंसान है ना, इंसान basically humans don't like being told what to do. They just don't like that. उनको ये चीज, and we as human beings find it really difficult to listen to a higher authority. And जब हम किसी के नीचे होते हैं, for example, you'll see that from a very micro level के students, you know, being forced to listen to a teacher, young kids growing up, becoming teenagers, rebelling against their parents, right? And you see this sort of trajectory कि इंसान जैसे ही थोड़ा सा इल्म आ जाता है, थोड़ी सी खुद अकल आ जाती है, थोड़ी सी माली हालात बेहतर हो जाते हैं, एंड जो इंसान होता है वो कहता है यार मैंने किसी की नहीं सुननी, मैं अपनी मानना चाहता हूँ. And they have this, and you basically have this, and you basically we don't like accepting things from other people. And the one thing that we really don't like accepting is when we don't understand something, तो उसको accept करना तो हमारे लिए बहुत ही मुश्किल हो जाता है. And ये बहुत बार हमारे साथ हो रहा होता है in deen as well, कि there are some things जो हमेशा immediately समझ नहीं आ रही होती, तो हम बिल्कुल उसको इग्नोर कर देते हैं. भाई मैं क्यों नमाज पढ़ूं, मुझे क्यों रोजा, अच्छा अगर मुझे नमाज के ये एस्पेक्ट नहीं समझ आएगा तो मैं नमाज ही नहीं पढ़ूंगा. अच्छा मुझे रोजा रखने की क्यों जरूरत है, नहीं मुझे आप समझाएं, पहले आप मुझे लॉजिक समझाएं, फिर मैं ये अमल करूंगा. एंड समटाइम्स वी डू दैट. दीन क्या कह रहा है कि भाई आपने अमल करना है, नॉट दैट कि इन चीजों में लॉजिक नहीं है, नॉट दैट में इनमें कोई जो है ना समझाने वाली बात नहीं है, और वो समझ आ भी जाती है, समझाने वाले मिल भी जाते हैं, बट दीन में क्या है कि आपने अमल करना ही करना है, एंड देन अल्लाह ताला उसकी तौफीक से भी कभी कभार कुछ समझ दे देते हैं, राइट? सो we don't like authority, that's human nature, and we want our freedom, we want to be free. And आजकल आप देखेंगे तो जो ह्यूमनिज्म का जो एक पूरा तबका है जो शोर मचा रहा है, right? And that's what they're saying, right? Humanism क्या कह रहा है कि it's good without God, maazallah, right? Because God puts rules and we don't want rules, we don't want to listen to another authority, we're free, ये हमारा मतलब this is our mind, and this is our body, and we can do whatever we want, right? And this is how we want to live our lives. So the point is not that Allah Ta'ala has given free will. Allah Ta'ala has given freedoms as well. But there are some limitations जो हमारा दीन हम पे लगा देता है. But we as humans just want to rebel against that because it's not in our nature to listen, right? And that is one other reason for rejecting this deen as well. And there was one reason that in this ayat, ये जो लोग हैं इनके बारे में बताया जा रहा है कि they were rejecting this deen, right? कि वो reject इसलिए कर रहे थे because they didn't want to be bound by higher authority. And there's also another reason, and that was the reason that you find in the seerah as well, कि जो ये कुफार होते थे, they would always question कि why Prophet ﷺ is the messenger, why him, why was he the chosen one? You had people like Abu Jahl, and you had people like Walid bin Mughira, who were उस वक्त के noblemen थे, उस वक्त के सरदार थे, and they would say कि यार हम इस मोहम्मद से कितने ज्यादा lineage में, उनकी सोच में हम कितने high हैं, and we're much richer than him, and we hold a higher of authority in the community, so why was he chosen? So that is the reason as well, because we as humans don't like it when other human beings are put on a certain pedestal. हमसे वो भी चीज बर्दाश्त नहीं हो रही होती, so we rebel as well. So that's what's being encompassed in these ayah, right? That's what's being told about these people. قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون, right? And they said our Lord knows. And so basically this is subhanallah, how do they reply? इनको कहा जा रहा है कि तुम लोग झूठे हो, तुम लोग जो है ना, you are not, you're speaking lies, right? You're making blatant, you're making stuff up. And how are the messengers basically replying? قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون. Okay, our Lord knows that we are messengers to you, right? So they're saying that we don't need validation from the people. हमें आप लोग की जो है वो तस्दीक नहीं चाहिए कि आप लोग हमें सच्चा कह दें, हम सच्चे हैं because we're getting validation from our Lord, right? we are mursalun, हम भेजे गए हैं, ये हमें भेजा गया है, right? And what is our task? Our task is not to convince you. This is not our task कि हम आपको convince कर लें कि भाई हम ही भेजे गए हैं. हमारा एक simple task है, and that task is وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينَ, that we are not responsible except for clear notification. Clear notification. Balag होता है. Balag basically means in the word of Arabic, it is the science of effective communication. Balaga, अच्छा balaga literally it means to पहुंचाना किसी चीज को, right? किसी चीज को पहुंचाना, to reach somewhere, उसको भी बला, and so इसीलिए हम कहते हैं ना बालिग हो गया, he reaches puberty, right? And so this is the root word for the word balagha, जिसमें जो यहाँ मतलब जहाँ मुराद है, and balagha is basically the science of effective communication. And right, it's basically you understand that your words are a weapon, and the words can be used to basically affect people's heart, right? Words that can, and so words that can actually penetrate through the security of the chest and enter into the heart, those are words that are balag. वो बलागत वाले अल्फाज होते हैं, right? And where do they come from? Where do मतलब हम एक बात करते हैं ना कि सही है आपके जो अल्फाज हैं वो किसी के दिल को अफेक्ट कर सकते हैं, but you have to realize कि even though our words can be that powerful that they affect someone's heart, but it's actually जो change आ रहा होता है वो अल्लाह की तरफ से ही आ रहा होता है, and that's something that we need to believe, right? And so अल्लाह ताला, and so then फिर सवाल पैदा होता है कि भाई अगर अल्लाह ताला ने सबको चेंज करना है, अल्लाह ताला ने हिदायत देनी है, अल्लाह ताला ने दिलों को फेरना है, so then what's the point of sending the messengers and them with this balagh wal mubin? So अल्लाह ताला आपको एक चीज सिखाना चाह रहे हैं कि नहीं, ये दुनिया असबाब की जगह है, you still have to put in an effort, right? अल्लाह ताला appreciates your efforts, right? तो ये हो सकता है कि इंसान जो है वो अपना एफर्ट करता रहे, अल्लाह ताला ये देख रहा है कि ये अपना बेस्ट एफर्ट करता है कि नहीं करता है, how sincere is he, and then the final, basically the result is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So basically we have to put in the best effort, and then the results and the recognition from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will come. So if Allah feels that we are deserving, हमने जो effort put in किया, if Allah ta'ala feels we are deserving, तो Allah ta'ala फिर वो चीज अता कर देते हैं, right? And it's not just balag, so it's not just something that can penetrate and go into the heart. It's not just balag, it's mubin as well. And mubin simply means, it comes from the word abana, which means to separate. And so mubin के अंदर एक meaning है that it separates the truth from falsehood. It's clear. So it's not only is it balag, right? कि उसकी जो सियाक व सिबाक है, उसका जो the wording it is there to so that people can appreciate it. लोगों के दिलों को हिलाने वाली, लोगों को जो है वो अच्छी लगने वाली है, but it's mubin as well. It's completely clear and it's separating the false from the truth and the false. It's separating the two, and that's so important. That's so because अगर अल्लाह ताला सिर्फ कह देते बलाग, तो आप खुद सोचेंगे कि कितनी सारी जो है हम स्पीचेस सुनते हैं एंड कितने सारे लोग होते हैं जो लोगों के दिलों को हिला देते हैं, right? So many people have that gift of words, so many people have that gift of oration, and they're extremely baligh, and वो लोगों के दिलों को हिला देते हैं, right? Even though it might not be right? हो सकता है कोई गलत चीज हो. You have so many other people from other religions preaching deen as well. अच्छा, हमारे ही दीन में कितनी बार ऐसे स्पीकर्स होते हैं जो शायद बातिल फैला रहे होते हैं, मगर उनके वर्ड्स में इतनी कशिश होती है because they're baligh. अल्लाह ताला ने उनको वो सिफत दी हुई है, and it's affecting people's heart. But the true message, the message of the prophets, the message of the messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it was mubin as well. It was clear, right? There needs to be clarity. लोग जो है कभी कभार कोई अपने आप सुनेंगे, मतलब there is so much out there on the net as well that people are saying the silliest of things. अजीब और गरीब बातें कर रहे होते हैं, मतलब I don't want to get into examples right now, especially not on recording, but इतनी बार आप सुनते हैं कि पता नहीं वो बंदा क्या ही कह रहा होता है, सिर्फ जो है ना, जैसे हम कहते हैं ना आम जबान में कोई चस लेने के लिए, एंड लोग जो हैं वो वाह वाह कर रहे हैं और ये कर रहे हैं वो कर रहे हैं, हालांकि that things make no that the thing that he is saying is making no sense, right? And so the clear message has to be balag and it has to be mubin, right? It has to be both, and in a sense the balag caters to your emotion and the mubin caters to your intellect, and there needs to be both in the message of the messenger, and that is that's the legacy of the prophets alayhi salam. That's how the prophet spoke to people. अगर कभी कभार हम जो है ना किसी को दीन समझाने में, मतलब हम बिल्कुल भी, मतलब sometimes and the opposite is true, right? कि कभी कभार हम बिल्कुल सिर्फ मुबीन पे चल रहे होते हैं एंड हम बलाग बिल्कुल भूल जाते हैं कि भाई किसी को बात समझाने का एक अंदाज और तरीका भी होता है. There's a way you explain the deen to people, and हम सिर्फ मुबीन पे अमल करेंगे, भाई it needs to be clear. ये भाई आप किसी को देख लिया, अच्छा भाई मतलब you point something, अच्छा वो तुमने नेल पॉलिश लगा ली है, अच्छा तो तुम्हारी नमाज ही नहीं होगी, and that's fine, मतलब अब जो है ना सारी नमाजें तुम्हारी हो ही नहीं रही है, it's haram. And you see someone do something, अच्छा तुमने टोपी नहीं पहनी तो भाई तो नमाज ही नहीं कबूल हुई, right? And मतलब we say these weird things, right? जो कि हो सकता है might be true or not true, I'm not getting to that, but the way we say it to people, it has to be better. हमें हमें हिकमत होनी चाहिए वो बात समझाने की कि अगला हमारी बात को ले. That's why it's balaghul mubin. That's the legacy of the prophets. They came with a clear message, but it was balag as well. उनको लोगों को बात समझाने भी आती थी, उनमें वो हिकमत थी कि लोगों को इस तरह इस बात की जो है ना, this is how people will grasp what we are saying. This is how it will affect the hearts of the people, and not just कि हम जाके बस lash out कर दें कि भाई ये फतवे पे फतवे. There's a way of going about it, right? And so much we're learning from these ayah. And so the people reply. Now those disbelievers, they reply قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم. And now this is one way how people who have absolutely nothing intelligent to say, no proper response to any message, so what do? They start to curse, and they start to get violent, and they start to get aggressive. So they say that indeed we consider you a bad omen. ततय्यरना बिकुम. ततय्यर actually comes from जो है वो तौरा कहते हैं कोई उड़ने वाली चीज, right? And जो है birds को भी हम तय्युर कहते हैं, तय्युर, and that's what you call birds as well. It's because उस वक्त एक superstition होता है, आपको पता है ना कि वो कोई उनका कोई कव्वों के साथ superstition होता था, कोई काला कव्वा, and we have these superstition nowadays as well. कोई काली बिल्ली आ गई, काला कव्वा आ गया. So they're saying that you are a bad omen. We consider you a bad omen, and so that's their way of sort of basically cursing them कि भाई जो भी बुराई हो रही है ना, जितनी भी बुराई है, and basically जितनी भी कोई बुराई आ गई है हमारे मुआशरे में, वो तुम लोग की वजह से. So भाई basically अगर मेरा कोई इकोनॉमिक डाउनफॉल है वो भी तुम्हारी वजह से, भाई किसी घर में कोई बीमार है वो भी तुम्हारी. You are the bad omen. You messengers of Allah, माज़अल्लाह. Imagine करें आप, you messengers of Allah, it's because of you हमारे मुआशरे में बुराई आ गई, right? لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم. And if you do not stop this, लनरजुमन्नकुम, we will stone you. रजम कहते हैं किसी को पत्थर मारना, सिर्फ पत्थर मारना भी, और रजम कहते हैं किसी को stone to death, right? वलयमस्सन्नकुम मिन्ना अज़ाबुन अलीम. And there will surely, मतलब अगर आप you don't desist, if you don't stop, then अनकरीब from us आपको हमारे से क्या मिलेगा? अज़ाबुन अलीम. You will face a painful punishment from us, right? And so they're basically saying that we need to cleanse our society from your message. We need to cleanse our society from the message of Islam, right? आप इमेजिन करें कि उस वक्त आप उनकी कुफर की हालत देखें, right? And आप ये देखें this is exactly what the Prophet ﷺ is basically facing at that time with the kuffar in Makkah. And this is also something for us as well that we are facing in our society as well. कि कितना surely जो you can see कि एक बातिल की भी मेहनत हो रही है and किस तरह वो जो है इस्लाम को कितनी एक bad light में portray कर रहे होते हैं कि भाई बुराई क्यों है वो इस्लाम की वजह से, right? It's because of the deen of Islam, right? And even though there can be there can be commented on that as well, but we have to understand that there are so many parallels to the society that we have today, and this is what shows you that the Quran is timeless. The message and the examples of the Quran are timeless. So even though at that point in time they were addressing the Prophet ﷺ, and उस वक्त जो उनकी एक उनके सामने जो एक मुश्किलात थी, मोमिनीन के सामने मुश्किलात थी, उनको एड्रेस किया जा रहा था. But you can see that the message is there for all of times to come. Because हर जमाने में ऐसे वक्त आते हैं कि where you have this batil and this opposition standing up and saying that you are bad, even though मतलब we know that the word of Allah is right, and they will say कि देखें, look at the Quran and it's saying कि भाई लोगों का कत्ल करो, and look at the Quran, it's you know it's oppressing women and all of that. This is the bad thing. ये असल बुराई है. Right? So you will always have people like that. But how should you respond? And the next ayah will tell us how should you respond. Look at the way that these messengers respond. قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون, right? And look at the way that they says, and this is the exact translation is طائركم معكم, your omen is with yourselves. मतलब तुम्हारी ये जो बुराई है, ये तुम्हारा ये जो curse है, your curse is with you. Your curse is with you. Subhanallah. They don't say that, you know what, you are cursed. नहीं, जो बुराई है वो तुम्हारी वजह से है. तुम accursed हो. तुम पे अल्लाह की लानत है. They're saying कि ठीक है तुम हमें कर्स कर रहे हो, ये जो तुम्हारी कोर्स है अपने पास ही रख लो, ठीक है ना? We want nothing to do with it. They ignore it. They completely sidestep it, right? They say Ma'akum, it is with you. We have nothing to do with it, right? And that's basically they're trying to say that हम आपसे एक reasonable बात कर रहे हैं. We are trying to tell you something reasonable, and you were responding in a violent and aggressive manner, because that's the only way they know how to react. उसके अलावा जो है उनको, that's what happens, right? कि जब किसी के पास कोई इंटेलिजेंट जवाब नहीं होता, especially in matters of deen as well, so then what do? They use force and violence. And it's unfortunate, it's so unfortunate कि कभी कभार हम भी ये काम कर रहे होते हैं, कि कभी कभार बातिल हम पे कोई जो है ना, they'll ask us these questions, या हमारे दीन के बारे में कोई कुछ कह देगा, and because हमारे पास असल में कोई इंटेलिजेंट रिस्पॉन्स नहीं है, even though हमारे दीन में हर चीज का एक रिस्पॉन्स भी है, you look at the Quran, you look at the Hadith, so because we have no intelligent response, we resort to violence, and we resort to aggression, जिससे majority of the times लोग और दीन से दूर ही हो रहे होते हैं. And so we need to think about that as well, कि यहाँ तो कुफार की बात हो रही है, but कभी कभार हम भी इस सिचुएशन में होते हैं कि कभी कभार the time calls for an intelligent intellectual response, right? Sometimes you have to fight the words with words, but because we don't have the words, हमारे पास वो इल्म ही नहीं है, तो हम violent हो जाते हैं, हम aggressive हो जाते हैं. So we need to think about that as well, right? And so you respond to reason with reason, right? And even though वो unreasonable हो रहे हैं, जो messengers हैं वो उनको जो है ना, basically वो उनको एक अकल दिला रहे हैं कि बल अंतुम कौम मुसरिफून, कि don't, मतलब आप हमारी, मतलब we are just here, हम तो सिर्फ आपको remind कर रहे हैं, we reminding you of the truth, right? Assalamu alaikum. I think we lost the broadcast for a minute. Right. I hope that everyone can hear me now. Right. So sorry, as I was saying that basically the Quran is teaching us कि don't be excessive in what you do. कभी कभार जो है हम बहुत मतलब जहाँ अकल से काम लेना होता है, तो हम we fall prey to superstitions, we fall prey to जो है ना, मतलब हम ऐसी चीजों में पड़ जाते हैं जिनकी कोई हकीकत नहीं है हमारे दीन में, right? There's no हकीकत in it. हम हर चीज को कुछ और ही बना देते हैं, right? So the Quran is saying that don't do that, right? Because majority of the times the answer is really simple and it's right there in front of you. But we, as Muslims, what we do is we complicate things, right? And so, let me just share the ayah again, right? And so this is what the ayah is saying, and this is what the messengers are saying, that don't be from the musrifun, right? And then basically the ayah says, subhanallah, Allah Ta'ala says, وَجَاءَ مِنْ أَقْصَى الْمَدِينَةِ رَجُلٌ يَسْعَى قَالَ يَا قَوْمِ اتَّبِعُوا الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Right? And basically there came a man from the farthest end of the city. A man came running and he said, "Oh my people, follow the messengers." And subhanallah, this is a really, really important ayah. And inshallah, hopefully we'll be able to do this in the next 5 to 7 minutes. But Allah Ta'ala basically कह रहा है कि वो 3 messengers थे and they were in that town and they're preaching, but the people are not listening. कोई उनकी बात को मानने को तैयार नहीं है. And then वजाअ मिन अक़सल मदीनती, there came from the farthest end of a city. अच्छा, अल्लाह ताला ने वहां सिटी के लिए क्या लफ्ज़ इस्तेमाल किया था? अल-क़रिया. And यहाँ Al-Madina, which is also pointing towards the fact that maybe it's not even the same city. It's a town it's a town slightly far away. And that man is coming from a town far away, from the farthest end of that town. And he is coming running. And there's so many lessons in that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wahan 3 messengers are already there. And they're doing the da'wah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah ta'ala unko ek madad bhej rahe with a 4th man who is not a messenger. He's not a messenger. And there's only one man coming. It's not like Allah Ta'ala ने फरमाया कि एक बहुत बड़ी आर्मी और एक बहुत बड़ी फौज, एक बहुत बड़ा टोला जो है लोगों का आ गया, and they were there to do tasdeeq. Allah saying नहीं, one man, rajulun, one man. And आप ये सोचिए कि अल्लाह ताला ने हमें ये तक नहीं बताया, right? Who is this man? What his name is, where he's from, what the name of the Medina is, nothing. That one man came. Yes, he came running, right? They came running. And subhanallah, आप ये बात सोचें कि and this man, मतलब उस वक्त का जो दौर है, ये लोग जो मैसेंजर्स हैं, they're in this one town and they're spreading the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now there's no social media, right? There's no WhatsApp, there's no email, all of that. मगर किसी तरह अल्लाह, क्योंकि वो एक जगह पे खास दावत कर रहे हैं, किसी तरह उनका जो मैसेज है, it reached this one man and he's in another town and he's in the farthest end of the town. But subhanallah, किसी ना किसी तरह अल्लाह ताला ने उसको ये दीन की बात पहुंचा दी. अल्लाह ताला ने इस दीन की बात को पहुंचा दिया. एंड मतलब ये जो बंदा है, ही इज नॉट इवन सीन दीस प्रॉफिट्स. अच्छा, वहां जो है लोगों के सामने रसूल मौजूद हैं, वो उनको दावा दे रहे हैं, मगर ये एक बंदा है जिसने इन अंबिया को नहीं देखा, राइट? वी डोंट नो, वी डोंट हैव, कुरान इज नॉट टेलिंग अस दैट, बट ही इज कमिंग. समहाउ दिस मैसेज हैज रीच्ड हिम एंड नाउ ही इज कमिंग. एंड एक और बात है कि कभी कभार हमें बात समझ आती है कि when you're living in a city, like इसलिए खास क्या है ना, अक्सल मदीना, he was from the farthest end, मतलब जो आउटस्कर्ट्स होते हैं ना, तो कभी कभार ये बात समझ आती है कि ये जो आउटस्कर्ट्स में होते हैं लोग हैं, जिस तरह हमारे भी मुल्क में you have people who are living in the villages, you have people living away from the hustle and bustle of the city, so they sometimes are people who connect more easily to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They're much more closer to nature, उनकी मसरूफियात ऐसी नहीं होती हैं. And when you're in a city, तो it's the toughest crowd. एंड ये चीज हम भी कभी कभार जब अल्लाह ताला जो है ना तबलीग में जाने की तौफीक देते हैं, तो यू फील दैट कि व्हेन यू टॉकिंग टू पीपल, यू एंड समटाइम्स मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द टाइम्स यू गो टू द विलेजेस एंड वहां लोगों से बात कर रहे होते हैं, यू फील दे आर मच इजियर टू टॉक टू. दे आर सिंपल पीपल, दे हैव सिंपल हैबिट्स, दे आर क्लोजर टू नेचर, you know, मतलब they're closer, they're much more far away from materialism. तो इसलिए for them to connect to a higher authority, to connect to a higher power, it's much easier, क्योंकि वो फितरत के ज्यादा करीब होते हैं. एंड सिटी में लोग मसरूफ होते हैं, materialism takes over, दुनिया का भी बहुत असर होता है, right? And it's notable to see that Allah ताला ने इन messengers को हमेशा कहाँ भेजा है? मुश्किल जगह पे, sending them to the heart of the city. We have Musa alayhi salam being sent to Fir'aun, right? You have the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam being sent in Makkah, which is the hub, right? Being sent to Taif, right? Medina was an easier city, but Allah Ta'ala ne kaha Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam ko Makkah mein paida kiya, where the crowd is tougher, where the people will be difficult, people who are at the height of shirk. So you're dealing with that. So the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ki sunnat hai, he usually sends his messengers to the toughest of places, jahan dawah karna, deen ki baat karna, Allah ki baat karna bahut mushkil hai, right? And so subhanallah. And so one more, just coming back to that, कि हमें कभी कभी, and especially there are people जो actively involved होते हैं दावा में, who are talking to people who are more interested in spreading the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, तो कभी कभार एक मायूसी होती है कि अच्छा यार आप बात कर रहे हो, पता नहीं कोई सुन रहा है कि नहीं सुन रहा, right? And मतलब you don't know कि मैं अल्लाह की बात कर रहा हूँ. कभी कभार आप you know आप किसी जगह पे जाते हो दीन की बात करने, and there is no one there, बहुत कम लोग होते हैं, and आपको लगता है यार किस तरह जो है ये दीन की बात फैलेगी, इससे क्या फायदा होगा. कभी कभार you have no one listening to you. You have Nur alayhi salam doing dawah for 950 years and you have 70-80 people believing, and मतलब आपको कभी बार, and that's one example, right? And हमारे example में you feel कि यार मेरी कोई बात नहीं सुन रहा, इससे क्या फायदा होगा. तो look at the example कि ये 3 लोग एक खास जगह पे एक टाउन में दावा कर रहे हैं. उस दावा करने की बरकत से एक बंदा जो बहुत दूर है उनसे, he's not there right at that point in time, the message somehow gets to him. कि यार ये 3 रसूल हैं, ये अल्लाह की बात कर रहे हैं, वादानियत की बात कर रहे हैं, गुनाहों को छोड़ने की बात कर रहे हैं, एंड उसको वो बात समझ आ जाती है, राइट? सो मी एंड यू हैव टू बिलीव कि जो है जब भी कोई खैर की बात हो रही हो, कोई दीन की बात हो रही हो, तो उसमें अल्लाह ताला किस तरह खैर पिलाएंगे, वी डोंट नो, वी हैव नो आइडिया। हमारा काम क्या है? हमारा काम ये है कि मैं और आप जो है वो दीन की बात करें और दीन की बात करते रहें, राइट? एंड डोंट वरी अबाउट द रिजल्ट्स, वी डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट एनीथिंग, राइट? एंड सो क्या बोलते हैं, मतलब यू लुक एट these people, राइट? ये बंदा अकेला आ रहा है, राइट? Sometimes you'll be the odd one out, sometimes you'll be the only one, and that happens so many times, right? That happens so many times कि आप कभी कभी यार किसी गैदरिंग में होते हैं, right? You might be in university, you might be at work, you might be at a दावत, right? And आपको लग रहा होता है कि अच्छा यार नमाज का वक्त हो दिया है, कोई भी नहीं उठ रहा, there is no one standing up, मेरे साथ कोई भी नहीं है, but me and you have to take that, मतलब if we are Muslims, if we believe, अगर हम किसी हम जो है इस अल्लाह की बात पे ईमान लाए हैं, हमारे नबी की बात पे ईमान लाए हैं, तो वी हैव टू फॉलो, राइट? वी हैव टू बी फॉलोअर्स कि ठीक है कोई भी नहीं उठ रहा, नो वन इज स्टैंडिंग अप फॉर दैट, इस अच्छे काम के लिए कोई नहीं उठ रहा, इस बुराई को रोकने के लिए कोई नहीं उठ रहा, तो मैं उठ जाऊंगा, इवन इफ आई एम द ओनली वन, दिस इज वन मैन कमिंग अलोन, राइट? इतनी बड़ी बस्ती में, इतने 2-3 टाउन्स की बात हो रही है, देयर इज वन मैन हु इज कमिंग एंड ही इज नॉट अफ्रेड टू से व्हाट इज रॉन्ग, एंड ही इज नॉट अफ्रेड टू से कि follow these messengers, right? Ittabi'u al-mursalin, that's so important. Oh my people, follow the messengers, right? Yes, he comes running, because in deen there is a sense of urgency, so there is no complacency in deen, right? You अगर आपको कोई बात समझ आ जाती है, आपकी बात दिल को आपको लग जाती है, तो you have to stand up for what is right, right? You have to immediately act upon what you believe. It can't be like ठीक है यार बात तो सही लग रही है, अच्छी बातें हैं कुरान में भी, हदीस में भी, ये सारी अच्छी चीजें हैं इस्लाम में, but there will come a time when I'll do amal on them. नहीं, Allah Ta'ala, yes, he comes running, he realizes the truth, and he immediately comes to affirm his faith and support the messengers, right? And किस तरह अल्लाह एक आम आदमी से, he is not a messenger, अल्लाह ताला एक आम आदमी से भी सपोर्ट ले रहे हैं, जिस तरह कितने सहाबा कराम से the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam took support, and there were so many sahaba who formed the foundations of the spreading of Islam. They were not anbiya, they were normal people, but Allah Ta'ala, because they believed in the messenger, because they were sincere and true in their faith, Allah Ta'ala ने इतना बड़ा काम ले लिया. And the final point I want to say is what he said. He comes and says, "Qala ya qawmi ittabi'u al-mursalin," that oh my people, right? Look at the way he comes and addresses them. वो आगे नहीं कहता, oh you kafir, oh you disbelievers. No, qala ya qawmi, oh my people, right? मोहब्बत से बात करना, शफकत से बात करना, follow the messengers. That is the simplest of advice. मतलब that is actually this is the sunnah. This is the sunnah of the prophets, right? This is a sunnah of their prophets, that they were sincere and they were respectful in the way they gave dawah, and they gave simple dawah. उनकी बात बहुत सिंपल होती थी, nothing complicated. हमने बाद में बहुत सारी चीजों के जरिए इस दीन को बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेट कर दिया है. असल में दीन में जो बात थी वो बिल्कुल सिंपल थी, बिल्कुल अनकॉम्प्लिकेटेड थी. And look at the simplest, this is like, मतलब इतना बस कह देना कि भाई prophets की मान लो. This is the dawah that he is giving them, that they are the true role models, right? They are the people that we need to follow. उनकी इत्तबा करने में हमारी success है, right? We have the sunnah and the tariqah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam there in front of us, right? We have that, we have the Quran, we have the hadith, we have the life of the Prophet, right? We don't need anything else. ये चीजें हमारे सामने हैं, but we are we basically हम left right देख रहे होते हैं, उनको ignore कर रहे होते हैं, अपने जो है वो confusions में होते हैं, अपने वहमों में होते हैं, अपने superstitions में हम गुम हो जाते हैं, और जो असल clear बलागुन मुबीन होता है हम उसको मिस कर जाते हैं, right? The simplest of advices कि मेरी और आपकी दुनिया और आखिरत की कामयाबी, it's in following these messengers, it's in following their sunnahs, it's in following the lessons that we get from their lives. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen to share these messages and these lessons to us from the Quran, right? We have to be people of sami'na wa ata'na. We saw that, right? In the last session, that we have to become the sami'na wa ata'na. We have the life of the Prophet in front of us, and we need to make our lives as close to that as possible. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala basically give us the tawfiq to truly and sincerely follow the way of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to learn from these lessons from other prophets, and to learn from the lessons that are given in the Quran, so that me and you can somehow improve our lives and become closer to the end goal. जो इस सारी चीज का जो एक end goal क्या है, कि we somehow or the other become closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah ta'ala give us that tawfiq, that जो कुछ सुना है और पढ़ा है उस पर अमल करने की तौफीक अता फरमाए. wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Jazakumullah khairan kaseer.